Hello and greetings to everyone. Today we are going to start with topic 2, which is polynomials. When we hear the word poly, we think of many. A polynomial is an expression consisting of a sum of finite number of terms, each term being the product of a constant coefficient. The constant we have in front of the variable, we call it the coefficient, and one or more variables raised to non-negative powers, and the powers are whole numbers, positive whole numbers. Now let's take down the definition of a polynomial. Definition. A polynomial is an expression of the form. We're going to write this down to red pen. The form is subscript n x raised to the power n, where e subscript n is a constant. X raised to the power n, x is a variable raised to the power n, plus e subscript n minus 1, x raised to the power n minus 1, plus e subscript n minus 2, x raised to the power n minus 2, plus 3 dots. That means the terms continue, plus the term a subscript 2 x raised to the power 2 plus a subscript 1 x raised to the power 1. Remember, x raised to the power 1 is simply x, plus a subscript 0. Here we were to have a subscript 0 times x raised to the power 0. We know x raised to the power 0 is simply equal to 1, where a subscript n is not equal to 0, comma, then n belongs to the set of positive integers. That means n cannot be equal to 0, comma, then we have a subscript n, comma, a subscript n minus 1, the coefficients a subscript n minus 2, and so on, right down to a subscript 2, a subscript 1, e0. They are all constants. They belong to the set of real numbers. Let's take an example of a polynomial, e.g. f of x is equal to 7x to the power 5 minus 4x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 5x plus 1. This is a polynomial function. That's why we make use of f of x. We can make use of g of x. We can make use of h of x. Now let's take this down. The order or degree mean the same thing of a polynomial is the highest power of the variable in that polynomial. Okay, for example, if we look at this polynomial f of x equals 7x to the power 5 minus 4x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 5x plus 1, the highest power of the variable x is 5. In this case, we are going to say this polynomial is of order or degree 5. Let's take an example, e.g. the polynomial f of x equal to 7x to the power 5 minus 4x to the power 4 plus 2x cubed minus x squared plus 5x plus 1 is of degree 5. Now we are going to take this down. Let n be the order or degree of a polynomial. By the margin we take I Roman 1 for n equal to 1. Polynomial, that means a polynomial of degree 1. The polynomial is said to be linear. E.g., an example of a linear polynomial, we have f of x is equal to negative 5x plus 4. We go to 2i for n equal to 2, the polynomial is said to be quadratic. We just treated quadratic equations for moving to polynomials. E.g., an example of a quadratic polynomial, we have g of x is equal to 3x squared minus 4x minus 3. This is an example of a quadratic polynomial. You can see the highest power of the variable x is 2. We go to 3i for n equal to 3. The polynomial is said to be cubic. E.g., an example of a cubic polynomial, h of x is equal to 2x cubed minus 8x. This is an example of a cubic polynomial. We go to 4 for n equal to 4. The polynomial is said to be quadratic. E.g., example given, we have the polynomial f of x is equal to 2x to the power 4 minus 16. This is an example of a quadratic polynomial. We go to 5 for n equal to 5. Polynomial is said to be quintic. E.g., this is an example of a polynomial which is quintic. We have g of x is equal to 9x to the power 5 minus x to the power 4 plus 3x cubed plus 2x squared minus 7x minus 5. This is an example of a polynomial which is quintic. Now the next thing we are going to look at is sum operations on polynomials. Take down the heading, sum operations on polynomials. We are going to see how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, or how to divide any given polynomials. We start by taking this down. Let f of x, the polynomial, to be equal to e subscript n x to the power n plus e subscript n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus 3 dots plus e subscript 2 x squared plus e subscript 1 x plus e 0 and g of x to be equal to b subscript n x to the power n plus b subscript n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus 3 dots plus b subscript 2 x squared plus b1 x plus b0. Now we move to the first operation, which is addition. We take I by the margin for addition. We are going to see how to add any two even polynomials. If we take f of x, which is equal to e subscript n x to the power n plus e subscript n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus 3 dots plus e subscript 2 x squared plus e1 x plus e0. We have to add these two polynomials. The next one we have g of x, which is equal to b subscript n x to the power n plus b subscript n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus 3 dots plus b subscript 2 x squared plus b subscript 1 x plus b0. So we have to add these two polynomials. Here we write down the addition sign. Down here we have f of x plus g of x. It will simply be equal to, we are going to add the like terms together. That means the terms that have x to a particular power, they are like terms. We are going to add them together. These two terms, we have x to the power n. Simply means we are going to take a subscript n plus b subscript n to be multiplied by x raised to the power n. Plus, next we are going to take a subscript n minus 1 plus b subscript n minus 1, then we multiply by x raised to the power n minus 1. Let's continue here. Plus 3 dots, means we add the other terms, plus we move now to the terms in x to the power 2. We have a subscript 2 plus b subscript 2 times x squared plus a subscript 1 plus b subscript 1 times x to the power 1 plus, now we add the constant terms. We have a subscript 0 plus b subscript 0. So this is how we add any two polynomials in general. Now we move to an example. Take the example. It goes, given that f of x is equal to 3x to the power 5 minus 9x cubed plus 4x squared, and g of x is equal to negative 8x to the power 5 plus 8x cubed plus 2. Find the first question. We have f of x plus g of x, and the second question we have g of x plus f of x. We take solution. We are going to add these two polynomials by following the above procedure. First, we are going to write the polynomial f of x. You see that the polynomial f of x is a polynomial of order 5. We are going to write this down as 3x to the power 5 plus, you see that the term in x to the power 4 is absent, so you can write this down as 0x to the power 4 minus 9x cubed plus 4x squared plus the term in x is absent plus 0x plus the constant term is absent plus 0. Next, we write down the polynomial g of x, which is equal to negative 8x to the power 5 plus the term in x to the power 4 is absent plus 0x to the power 4 plus 8x cubed plus the term in x squared which is absent 0x squared plus the term in x which is absent 0x plus the constant term which is present 2. Then we draw our line. We have to find f of x plus g of x. So this will simply be equal to, we are going to add the like terms. You will see that the terms are vertically aligned, and all the terms on any vertical alignment are like terms. You can see them. These are all like terms. So this will give us 3 plus negative 8 times x to the power 5 for the first, plus next we take 0 plus 0 times x to the power 4 plus, we go to the next, we have negative 9 plus 8 times x to the power 3 plus, we go to the next, we have 4 plus 0 times x squared plus, we go to the next, we have 0 plus 0 times x plus the constant terms, we have 0 plus 2. This will simply be equal to 3 plus negative 8 is the same as 3 minus 8, which is negative 5 times x to the power 5 plus 0 plus 0 remains 0, x to the power 4. Next, negative 9 plus 8 gives us negative 1. Negative 1 times x cubed gives us negative x cubed. Positive, negative will stay, minus x cubed plus 4 plus 0 remains 4 times x squared, 4x squared plus 0 plus 0 gives 0x plus 0 plus 2 gives 2. This will simply be equal to negative 5x to the power 5. The term in 0, x to the power 4, we are going to dump it out, minus x cubed plus 4x squared. 0x, we are going to leave it out, plus 2. So this is the final result for f of x plus g of x. Now the next thing we need to find g of x plus f of x. We are going to start by writing out the polynomial g of x. G of x is equal to negative 8x to the power 5 plus 0x to the power 4 plus 8x cubed plus 0x squared plus 0x plus 2. Next, we have to write out the polynomial f of x, which is equal to, we have 3x to the power 5 plus 0x to the power 4 minus 9x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x plus 0. Now below we have g of x plus f of x. So this will be equal to, we're going to take negative 8 plus 3, multiply by x to the power 5, plus we're going to take 0 plus 0, multiply by x to the power 4, plus we're going to take 8 plus negative 9, we multiply by x to the power 3, plus we're going to take 0 plus 4, we multiply by x squared, plus 0 plus 0, we multiply by x plus 2 plus 0. This will simply be equal to negative 8 plus 3 gives us negative 5 times x to the power 5 plus 0 plus 0 gives 0, 0 times x to the power 4 plus 8 plus negative 9 gives us negative 1. Negative 1 times x cubed gives negative x cubed plus 0 plus 4 gives 4 times x squared plus 0 plus 0 gives us 0 times x plus 2 plus 0 gives us 2. So this will simply be equal to negative 5x to the power 5. We know 0x to the power 4 is the same as 0. We are going to leave it out. positive negative, negative positive minus x cubed plus 4x squared, 0x, we are going to dump it, plus 2. So this is the final result. You'll notice that f of x plus g of x is the same as g of x plus f of x. And in this case, we are going to see addition of polynomials is commutative. Addition of polynomials is commutative. So no matter which polynomial comes first, so long as you are carrying out addition, you will end up having the same result. We go to 2i, which is subtraction. We are still going to make use of our f of x and g of x. F of x is equal to e subscript n, x to the power n, plus e subscript n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1, plus 3 dots, plus e subscript 2, x squared plus e subscript 1, x plus e0. We have our g of x, which is equal to b subscript n, x to the power n, plus b subscript n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1, plus 3 dots, plus b subscript 2, x to the power 2, plus b subscript 1, x plus b0. We need to subtract with the subtraction sign. Below we write down f of x minus g of x. This will simply be equal to, you see the like terms, we're going to take a subscript n minus b subscript n times x to the power n plus a subscript n minus 1 minus b subscript n minus 1 times x to the power n minus 1 plus, put down the 3 dots, plus go to a subscript 2 minus b subscript 2 times x squared plus a subscript 1 minus b subscript 1 times x, plus we subtract the constant terms a0 minus b0. So this is the polynomial f of x minus g of x. We know if you take f of x minus g of x, it is simply the same as negative 1 times g of x minus f of x. So it therefore means that f of x minus g of x is not equal to g of x minus f of x. That means subtraction of polynomials is not commutative. Let's look at an example. Example goes given that f of x is equal to negative 6x cubed plus 6x squared minus 8x plus 5, and g of x is equal to negative 9x to the power 4 plus 2x squared plus x, we shall find f of x minus g of x and g of x minus f of x. We take down solution. For us to answer this question, we are going to follow the same procedure. We're going to write down the polynomial f of x. Look at the polynomial f of x, it is of degree 3. The polynomial g of x is of degree 4. So we are going to write down the polynomial f of x in such a way that the term in x to the power 4 is present. We are going to write f of x equal to 0, x to the power 4 minus 6x cubed plus 6x squared minus 8x plus the constant term which is 5. We go to g of x, which is equal to negative 9x to the power 4 plus the term in x cubed is absent, plus 0x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus the constant term which is absent, write 0. Here to subtract. Below we have f of x minus g of x. This will simply be equal to say all the terms on any vertical alignment are like terms. They are all like terms. So this will give us a 0 minus negative 9 times x to the power 4 plus negative 6 minus 0 times x cubed plus 6 minus 2 times x squared plus negative 8 minus the equation of x is 1 times x plus 5 minus 0. So this will simply be equal to, negative becomes positive. So 0 plus 9 remains 9 times x to the power 4. Negative 6 minus 0 remains negative 6. Negative 6 times x cubed will give us a negative 6x cubed plus 6 minus 2 gives us 4 times x squared, 4x squared. Negative 8 minus 1 gives us negative 9 times x gives us a negative 9x. 5 minus 0 remains 5, so plus 5. This is the result. We underline the answer. We go now to find g of x minus f of x. Right, the polynomial g of x is equal to negative 9x to the power 4 plus 0x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus 0. We write the polynomial f of x, which is equal to 0x to the power 4 minus 6x cubed plus 6x squared minus 8x plus 5. The subtraction sign, we have g of x minus f of x. This will be equal to, we are going to take a negative 9 minus 0. We multiply by x to the power 4 plus take 0 minus negative 6 times x cubed plus, next we take 2 minus 6 multiply by x squared plus we take 1 minus negative 8 we multiply by x plus we go down to the constant terms we take 0 minus 5. So this will simply be equal to, we know negative 9 minus 0 gives negative 9 times x to the power 4 gives us negative 9 x to the power 4. Two negative signs becomes positive. 0 plus 6 remains 6 plus 6x cubed. We go to the next. 2 minus 6 gives us negative 4x squared. If we have two negative signs, which becomes positive. 1 plus 8 gives us 9 plus 9x. 0 minus 5 gives us negative 5 minus 5. So this is our g of x minus f of x. Okay, you notice that the results are different. You see f of x minus g of x is different from g of x minus f of x. You can see, which is the same as saying that the f of x minus g of x is equal to negative 1 times g of x minus f of x. Let's write this down. F of x minus g of x is not equal to g of x minus f of x. In this case, we say that subtraction of polynomials is not commutative. We are going to end here. Next, we are going to treat the multiplication and division of polynomials. If in case you have any problems, make sure you ask your questions at the comment section. Please, if you like the video, share and do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching.